If you're operating in environments where uncertainty actually matters, subscribe to the channel. I publish these briefings for decision makers, not for headlines. When you've spent enough time analysing conflict, you stop asking if something is a crisis and start asking what phase it's in. 2025 wasn't chaotic, it was clarifying. What it clarified is that the world has moved decisively away from peace versus war style thinking. In 2026, competition, coercion, and confrontation are happening continuously and are being kept deliberately below the threshold of open war. That's what's called the grey zone. And it's no longer a niche concept used by militaries. It's the operating environment in which governments, corporations, and investors are already inside of, whether they know it or not. This episode sets the framework for everything that follows in this series. What actually changed in 2025? It didn't introduce new conflicts, it revealed new behavioural patterns. Across regions, we saw leaders removed without declared wars, military pressure applied without triggering alliances, borders challenged without invasions, ceasefires used as holding patterns, not resolutions. From an intelligence perspective, this tells us something important. Actors are optimizing for control, not escalation. Open war attracts intervention, legitimacy challenges, and economic consequences. The grey zone action avoids all three. What changed in 2025 wasn't aggression, it was the confidence in which states operated just below the line of war. The grey zone is not a theory, it's a method. It sits between diplomacy and warfare, and it's defined by plausible deniability. This includes economic leverage, information operations, cyber pressure, proxy forces, legal and regulatory warfare, and strategic ambiguity. The key insight most people miss is that the grey zone competition is cumulative. No single action looks decisive, but over time, advantage accrues to the actor applying pressure more intelligently. From an intelligence standpoint, the question isn't, is this an act of war? It's what behaviour is being normalised. Why this matters to non government actors. Historically, governments absorbed geopolitical risk. That buffer no longer exists. In the grey zone, corporations become pressure points, supply chains become terrain, data becomes a target, and insurance models lag reality. Insurance models lag reality. Most organizations are still structured for peace, crisis, then recovery. The grey zone breaks that sequence. There is no recovery phase when pressure never stops. From a decision maker's perspective, this creates a dangerous mismatch. Risk is moving faster than governance frameworks. In 2026, the costliest failures won't come from bad decisions, they'll come from slow decisions made on outdated assumptions and structures. Across every conflict we'll examine in this series, the same patterns repeat. Narratives move first. Public opinion is shaped before force is applied. Pressure targets seams. We're talking borders, legal systems, markets, and logistics. And then the third, escalation is deliberately ambiguous. This enough force to intimidate, but not enough to unify opposition. And then four, ceasefires freeze instability. They pause violence, but not competition. From an intelligence perspective, this means one thing. Stability is often an illusion created by timing. The most dangerous assumption in 2026 is believing a problem is contained simply because it's quiet. In closing, over the next 2 weeks, I'll break down the world's major flashpoints from Venezuela, Ukraine, the South China Sea, Gaza, Taiwan, the Sahel, and others through this lens, not to speculate, not to sensationalize, but to translate what's happening to decision relevant insights. In 2026, awareness isn't enough. Understanding the environment is the advantage. This is the Grey Zone Brief. If you found this analysis useful, subscribe so you don't miss future briefings. And if you know someone making decisions in complex environments, please share it with them. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode.